Bigger homies never turn to run, even if a youngster don't wanna pull them. Even if a youngster wanna meet son, we gon' rap to the death where the roots is from.
Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 I'm with my homies, yeah.
Real homies stand and struggle. I know you came to hustle, grit your teeth and clench your knuckles.
DJ Khaled!
NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. It's all about the Eastern Conference. That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. Guys, they came out on top of the season series matchup a season ago, taking 2 of the 3 away from them.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
Exactly. Guys, they're clearly the better team, but you can't take anybody for granted. They're all NBA players. They get their checks twice a month across the league, so you've got to come prepared and focused and ready to play.
So the New York starting 5. We've got Mayo, Robin Lopez out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Wall in at point guard.
And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season. Last year he passed Jerry West.
Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Nowitzki left side. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. 3 on the clock. Here's Nowitzki. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
LeBron with it. Now Mayo defending. LeBron against Mayo. They kick it out to Green. The three-pointer, no good.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
There's a good screen. The drive by Nowitzki. Wall wide open. And another shot. And there's the nice layup by Nowitzki.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
LeBron outside. Now here's Pachulia. Lopez covering. LeBron is doubled. Here's Ibaka. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47. Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
No one near Mayo as he lets it go. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
You know, I don't think that was a shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
Nowitzki right side. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. You know, talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Buries it from three-point range. Middleton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Mayo. Back to Wall. Nowitzki with the screen on James. Nowitzki, the pass to Lopez. Stolen by Middleton. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Green. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. Screen by Ibaka. Middleton against Mayo. Ibaka outside. Clock at 4. Pulls up from the corner. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Wall kicks to Gay. Nowitzki dishes to Lopez. No good. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Knicks trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah. I mean, a cold stretch offensively, they desperately need a basket.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going. And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And then for New York, Splitters checked in for Lopez. Mirotic comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Bellinelli in for O.J. Mayo.
That was your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders. One more time. Give it up.
Rivers again. It's Wall. Gay outside. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game. We're talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
Knicks trailed by 5. All with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Bellinelli passes to Splitter. Shot clock at 6. And Wall kicks to Splitter. It's tipped. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. And that one's good. Rivers has got his first basket of the night.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
And Mirotic has it in the corner. That 3 off the mark. The Hawks leading by 7. And here's Rivers. Wall with the steal. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you
Agreed.
what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
The dish to Kaminsky. Off target from outside.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Here's Wall. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Rivers again. Stay. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Joseph, he's checked in for New York. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. And it ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
Now Rivers. 5 on the clock. Here's Smart. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Hawks lead by 9.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Gay. Cans the 12-footer. Gay's got 5 now.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. They set the pick. Rivers kicks to Fry. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
The feed now to Bellinelli. To the middle. Here's Mirotic.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense...
And that does it for the first quarter. Hawks lead by 7. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
Baca is out there with Pachulia. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Gerald Green. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Mayo kicks to Joseph. Wing shot on the way. And again, it's New York. The Hawks leading by 7. LeBron dishes to Green. Pachulia kicks to Green. The Hawks working the ball around. 6 to shoot. Middleton the pass to James. From 12 feet out. Joseph with the rebound. Knicks trail by 7. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And Mirotic kicks to Nowitzki. Shoots a fader. Rebounded by the Hawks.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on it, they expect him to make it.
Back to LeBron. Latrey. Another miss by LeBron.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
The Knicks making a switch here. Wall's checked in. Green dishes to Middleton. Looking for a bucket. He gets it there.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And Wall kicks to Mirotic. Inside. Reverses. The shot misses. James with some nice D. Atlanta leading by 6. Outside, Green. Screen by Ibaka. LeBron, no luck.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
LeBron against Wall. Nowitzki a screen. And Wall kicks to Nowitzki. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. LeBron passes to Pachulia. Back to James. Three-pointer. That is good. James has got 9.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Wall against LeBron. Lopez a screen. Pass to Mirotic. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 8.
And how about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
James in the post. Covered by Wall. A wide open look here for Ibaka. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Knicks trail by 4. Wall dishes to Nowitzki. Passes it to Mirotic. The three-pointer no good.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now, he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Middleton's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, but went down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from 3. I like his promise.
New York calls timeout.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. And his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
Kaminsky is checked in for Atlanta. Smart comes in for Green. Then for the Knicks, Splitter is checked in for Lopez, and it's Bellinelli in for Mirotic.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
Now here's Wall. Shoots from 12. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Smart kicks to LeBron. Kept alive by Atlanta. Kaminsky, the pass to James. Nice D from Nowitzki.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Back to Mayo. Nowitzki up top. James covering. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That's on LeBron James.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Channing Frye's checked in for Ibaka. Crabbe comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Rivers in for James.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
There's the pick. Down low. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Here's Crabbe. Count the bucket. And the Hawks lead by 5. Going back to Nowitzki, his value at this point of his career cannot be measured by stats alone.
Exactly, and that's what wasn't there last year, that great team of guys around him, because that's really when he's at his very best. He can still fill it up fast, and he's one of the smartest players in the league, too.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
From deep, Wall. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Gay comes over with a double team. Kaminsky with the ball. Picked up by Nowitzki. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Joseph, he's checked in for John Wall. Kept alive. Here's Splitter.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Kaminsky kicks to Rivers. Atlanta again missing.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Here's Nowitzki, and that's off the glass and in. Nowitzki's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Here's Smart. Kaminsky in the corner. Hawks passing it around. And Fry kicks to Kaminsky. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
The Knicks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And Fry kicks to Smart. Here's Crabbe, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And that does it for the first half of play. The Hawks on top, up 6. 2K Sports, back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. It's been quite a game for Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
On the court for the Knicks. Rudy Gay is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Wall. And it's Mayo in at the 2. Ibaka has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to James. And it's 6 points for Serge Ibaka. Outside Mayo. Nowitzki with the screen on Green. Mayo kicks to Wall. It's good from long range. Wall's got 7 points in the game.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
James dishes to Green. Back to James. Score of the basket is 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
He is almost money when it comes to finishing in close. Nice bucket there to increase the lead.
Wall passes to Lopez. The shot, no good.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
LeBron kicks to Middleton. Buries the long-range jumper. Middleton's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Here's Gabe. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only 1 playoff. Only 1. Count him, 1. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he were still in Memphis, though, Kevin? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
Mayo dishing the Wall. And stolen by LeBron. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Here's Wall. He's got 7. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. It's Gay on the wing. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Gay's got 10 points in the game.
And, you know, back to Rudy Gay, he's a tremendous all-around talent. Physically, instinctively, skill-wise, he's got it all. Except that consistent winning touch, that remains to be completed.
And the wide-open shot from Green. No good on the 3. Knicks trailed by 9. All with it. Outside Mayo. Feeds it to Nowitzki. 5 to shoot. And again, New York with the triple.
And thinking more about Rudy Gay, one key number I look at from last season, his assists. By far the most in his career, and that didn't translate into a ton of wins, but it very well could have been the next step toward getting those wins.
LeBron against Wall. The drive by James, and he gets it to go. 16 points for Chris Middleton.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Nowitzki a screen. Nowitzki sets a screen for Mayo. He dishes it to Lopez. It's stolen by Ibaka. Fast break, the Hawks. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
With the fadeaway. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Dirk Nowitzki. And here is Green. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
What a game for LeBron. 13 points and 5 assists.
No idea you see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Splitters checked in for Lopez. Iritic comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Bellinelli, he's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Joseph in for John Wall. And Joseph kicks to Bellinelli. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Splitter. And Pachulia pulls it down.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Here's Green. Shot clock at 5. Here's James. Knicks with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Joseph with the ball. Working on James. Joseph, the pass to Splitter. From down in the low post, it goes. Splitter's got it back down to within single digits for the Knicks.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. for a different look here. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Pachulia. Fry comes in for Serge Ibaka. Grabs checked in for Chris Middleton. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Green. Pass to Smart. He feeds it to Fry. And there's the pass to Crabbe. He kicks it to James. From 12 feet out. The shot is good off the backboard. James has got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Kicks it to Bellinelli. Out left to the wing. Mirotic dishes to Splitter. Back to Mirotic. Atlanta with the rebound. Kaminsky's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Dishes it to Gay, but they'll get another chance. Kept alive by New York. Another miss by Gay. The Hawks leading by 13. James outside. Now the dish to Smart. From the wing. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display in that possession. And back to Mirotic last season. Per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big and made the all-rookie first team, was 2nd in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Splitter with a screen on James. Gay outside. Out to the wing. And Bellinelli kicks to Mirotic. And the wing jumper offline.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Smart passes to James. And they double up James. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Here's Kaminsky. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Kaminsky's got 7.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
And Joseph kicks to Gay. Out left to the wing. Bellinelli dishes to Gay. Baseline J on the way.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta Hawks.
Atlanta calls timeout. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Smart. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Now Rivers. The feed to LeVerne. The shot no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hawks on top as they end the 3rd quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks, Austin Rivers is out there with Smart. Then there's Channing Frye. Then it's Alan Crabb. And it's Laverne in at the 5 spot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him. Rivers passes to Frye. They double him with Nowitzki. Rivers again. Wall. Clock at 4. Here's Frye. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Pass to Mayo. Back to Wall. Puts it up from 17. Again, the miss by Wall.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Wall with the steal. Moving it up. Here's Mirotic. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. He used that pick just right. And that's now 6 points for Marcus Smart.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
To the right side. Here's Nowitzki. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And Frye kicks to Crabb. Passes it to Frye. Off the pick. And it's good off the back rim and in. 8 points for Marcus Smart.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Shot by Mayo is no good. The Hawks leading by 16. Now here's Rivers. Feeds it to Laverne. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Well, look, league business clearly doing well. Franchises, values are skyrocketing, and a new TV deal kicking in next season as well. It represents the largest expansion of league revenues in history.
Rudy Gay's checked in for New York. James misses. Knicks trail by 16. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And finished off by Gay.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
Ibaka outside. Lets it go with the 3. Atlanta again missing. And the NBA's TV deal paying about 3 times as much per year as the previous deal.
And it's changing the math as far as the salary cap and contract negotiations go. For the fans out there, don't get sticker shock. The players expect to share in these revenues. Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And Wall kicks to Gay. He dishes it to Lopez. Pachulia with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by James. James has got assist number 8 now on the night. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Hawks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Shot clock at 6. He feeds it to Middleton. Fires from deep. No good. Excellent D there for Mayo. Knicks trail by 18. Wall against LeBron. Wall dishes to Gay. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Chris Middleton. You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package at the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin, he comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
James misses. New York's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. James, the pass to Green. Pass to Pachulia. Back to Green. And the pass to James. From down low. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Knicks trail by 12. All with it. Outside Mayo. Nowitzki with the screen on Green. Back to Wall. Good on the shot.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
Screen by Ibaka. James kicks to Middleton. On the wing, Green. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
New York calls timeout. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Derek Fisher was giving to his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
Gay with no one around. Misses the three.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Green kicks to James. To end the drought. It's rebounded by New York. New York moving it around. And it's Nowitzki penetrating. Here's Wall. Off the left rim and out. Atlanta leading by 10. Wall with the steal. Nowitzki against Ibaka. Nowitzki drives in. Gay dishes the Wall. Shot clock at 5. He kicks to Nowitzki. From 12 feet out. And too long on the shot.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Up top, Pachulia. It's stolen by Wall. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Here's Gay. Gay is double. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Atlanta.
Clark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball movement, you're right. And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for James. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game. Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Nowitzki's shot's good.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
.20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. No good. Wall with some nice defense. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei